Okay, so it says in the diagram below, GM and FH intersect at E. If angle HEG is 45, find angle FEM. So if I know that HGE is 45, then FEM is vertical to it, so therefore it is also 45. Next, I'm looking for DEB. DEB. To find DEB, I first have to figure out what x is from these ones here. To do that, I notice that 3x plus 10 and 4x plus 30 are supplementary. They make a straight line when combined together. So I have 3x plus 10 plus 4x plus 30 equals 180. I simplify that down to 7x plus 40 equals 180. I subtract 140 from each side. 7x equals 140. Divide both sides by 7, and I get that x is 20. But it's not asking what x is, it's asking me what DEB is. Well, I know that DEB and 3x plus 10 are vertical. So therefore, I can substitute in the 20 where 3x plus 10, and that becomes 70. Because 3 times 20 plus 10 is 60 plus 10, which is 70. Next, it says two complementary angles are expressed as 4x minus 16 and 2x plus 10. Find the number of degrees of each angle. Well, if they're complementary, that means they add up to 90 degrees when you add them together. So I have 4x minus 16 plus 2x plus 10 equals 90. Simplify that. 4x and 2x make 6x. Minus 16 plus 10 gives us minus 6. And the 90 stays the same. Add 6 to both sides. That gives us 6x equals 96. Divide by 6 and x equals 16. And now I just substitute 16 into x's here. So I get 4 times 16 minus 16 is 48. And I get 2 times 16 plus 10 is 42. And both of those are correct. Now I have to figure out what are the measures of each of these angles. So I don't have to do in the order of A, B, C, D, E. I can do whatever is going to work for me. So first, I notice that A and 70 together are a right angle, so they're complementary. So that means they add up to 90 degrees. So 90 minus 70 makes a 20. B, I notice that B and A are also complementary because they form 90 degrees. So now I can do the same thing. Knowing that A is 20, I can do 90 minus 20, and therefore B has to be 70. Next, I know that B and C are also complementary. I know that because if A and 70 are complementary, then B and C together are also 90. So if B is 70, then 90 minus 70 means that C has to be 20. D, I know, is vertical to 70, which means they are the same. So if there is 70, D also has to be 70. And my last one, I noticed that D and E are supplementary to each other. That means they form a straight line and add up to 180. So E has to be 180 minus the 70. Next, I have to find one picture that matches to one statement that matches to one equation. So the first thing I did was organize them into pictures, statements, and equations. So now I'm going to read the statement and try to match it to the picture. Angle PTQ and angle STR are vertical. PTQ, STR, vertical. This one matches this. Next one, it says PQS and angle SQR are adjacent. That means they're just next to each other. So PQS and SQR, these are adjacent. PQS and SQR, these are both adjacent. However, this one is also 90 degrees, which means it is not just adjacent, it is also complementary. So I'm going to match that one there. Since I know these are complementary, I'm going to match that one there. And I'm looking for the last one. PQS and SQR are supplementary, which means they add to 180. So I'll match that one there. Finally, I have to match the equation to each one. Supplementary means they add up to 180. So that would be my match there. Vertical means that they are the same. So I would match that one there. Complementary means add to 90. So I'd match that one there. And then finally, if they're adjacent, that means they're just next to each other. So that means that PQS and SQR equal PQR together. And there are my matches.